Hey everybody, welcome. This is episode 43 of the ZeroHP Podcast.
433.
43, man. My name's Ian. Got Mason over here.
Wow!
Just a classic duo podcast. No guests.
No guests.
No Kevin.
No Kevin.
I like how I put guests first.
No Ryan. No Kevin. Yeah. I don't know what other guests we've had. But...
yeah, we've had a few others, I guess.
Yeah.
For the most part. No Jimmy.
No Jimmy.
Jimmy's been on like 2 episodes.
Correct.
All within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was on an episode of After Dark, RIP, but that got deleted. So
yeah, well, it got switched
really
out
matter.
with your like a lot of the gameplay that you guys did.
Yeah, a lot of game stuff we've been doing.
Those highlight videos are awesome. I fucking love those highlight videos. I just love watching them.
I just want one person to think they're funny. That's all I care. That's the only reason I make them.
I'm laughing my ass off.
If anybody can giggle at this as much as I do, then it's working.
Well, there's just a lot of that, just sort of downtime conversation between the two of you guys that's really good. A lot.
Okay, so if you play PUBG, you learn there's different levels to how you play. There's different classes, if you will, if you want to make it like an RPG analogy.
Yeah.
There's the people who can land at the most populated area, murder everybody, get the loot, get the car, and win the game. And then there's me and Kevin, who we kind of wait for that to end, and we kind of just clean up. We find, okay, there's an extra grenade here that he left. I'll just take that. I'll whatever. Hand
Scavengers.
Yeah, we're exactly. And then so there's a lot of time we spend kind of just listening, and we chat back and forth about stuff that is completely unrelated to the game, and thus resulting in the very few wins we've had. But we have fun.
You've had obviously, of course, you're not going to be ranking on any leaderboards or anything,
right?
But at the same time, I know there are a lot of people who play those games who've never had a win ever.
Yeah, no,
and you guys do pretty well.
To be completely honest with you, and forgive me if I cough. By the way, I wanted to talk about that real quick. I had the old bronchiolitis, and now I'm still recovering from that.
Bronchiolitis.
But yeah. So honestly, we've been playing a lot, and we almost every single game are in the top 20. We're actually really good. We each will pull off 2 or 3 kills a game.
I can tell.
Yeah, to be honest, we're actually pretty good. It's just the end game is what gets us. We always get caught out in the open without the ranged weapons we need. We need better loot, that kind of thing. But yeah, what it kind of stemmed from Kevin streaming, which a year ago made me want to start streaming.
Yeah.
And I got really serious about it when I got a PC a couple months ago.
Because you were already watching streamers in the first place.
All the time. I love Twitch. I think it's a great platform. And then I tried to support Kevin as much as I could with his streaming, and then I wanted to start as well. And it makes it easier for both of us if we're both streaming. Yeah. Because, to be honest, when you don't have a lot of viewers and you're not talking to anyone, it's kind of tricky.
It's basically just like playing a game by yourself.
By yourself, yeah, which is hard to be entertaining while you do that.
Absolutely.
A lot of the quote-unquote pros will tell you just talk like there's someone there, which totally makes sense, but it's not easy for me to do.
No.
Because I think I'm annoying.
Well, that's why, if you ever do single-player games, I'm your guy.
You're the guy, for sure.
Just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still want to do a Total War.
We're going to do Total War. I need to finish, Assassin's Creed. But yeah, and then... So we started streaming, and this hilarious shit would happen, and I'm like, if only people were here, they would think it was funny.
Right.
So I wanted to, so we started recording it, and now I go back and I take clips from our archived streams, and I just cut them up and throw them into a highlight video.
So good.
And yeah, they're fun to watch, man. I love putting them together.
Yeah.
Just because I get to kind of relive all the ridiculous shit.
Editing, you either hate it or love it, I feel like.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
but I feel like
a lot of fun.
I would hate it if it wasn't my stuff. Though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you had to edit other stuff.
If it was like a documentary about shoelaces, I just wouldn't be interested in editing that. But playing games and us
if it's
shooting
something,
shit.
If it's something interesting in general, I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love editing. I love transitions
so much fun.
And swipes. And
it's a weird thing, and I'm not very good at it at all. And very rudimentary, the things I've done so far. But you kind of learn as you go, and I can do that. That's a cool transition. I can make that background actually move and do shit, and I'm like, okay, that's fun. So it's just fun to play with.
I like little jingles you have been opening with. They're a little different every time.
Yeah. We the intro to the second one we did, I thought was really basic. It was kind of a placeholder. I put one together. I think is a little bit better. I used an actual thumbnail for this one. What I'm gonna start doing, I found a way to take screenshots in the game and get rid of the UI, so you can take actual screenshots, which is cool.
Yeah.
So we've done kind of ridiculous photo shoots. Kevin's thing in the game, if you haven't noticed, he runs around naked all the time, and he's a blatant Asian man with long blonde hair, and it's incredible. And the starting area for the map in Mexico is a prison, So we did like a whole prisoner photo shoot. It was the funniest
Oh
goddamn
my
thing.
god!
But that'll be a thumbnail, I'm sure.
I can't wait for that.
It's a fun time, dude. That game, for better or worse, it's so different all the time that it leads to those funny situations.
Oh, yeah.
that just happen organically.
Well, that's because that's what happens when you hang out with friends.
When you actually be around people, virtually or physically.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very similar to that. Like, you're just always going to be running into things that you'll have inside jokes and stories and just, which is great. I definitely love watching you guys play.
We've got some with Jeff in there, some with Taylor in there.
Yep.
Taylor not so much recently; he's been busy, but maybe eventually get you in there. A lot of people.
Yep.
Trying to get
we'll
everyone
broach
involved.
that topic here for
we will.
sure.
Cool.
Sure. Have you been playing anything other than PUBG recently?
Yeah. I tried to make sure.
I didn't mean to say that in like a way that's
I
hey,
did.
bitch.
Even
like,
if you meant hey bitch,
I didn't.
Even if you called me a bitch, I would totally deserve it.
No, regardless of if you wouldn't care or not, I didn't mean it that way.
I wanted to make sure I brought a little bit more to the table. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Excuse me.
Man, killer. Everyone's dying right now. Sickness is crazy.
I know. I apologize. And like, good thing we didn't do it last week. I was way worse. Way worse last week. So that worked out. So obviously I played a lot of PUBG because I've been streaming. I've been playing a lot of PUBG, a lot of shit. I jumped back into Fortnite. There's been a lot of updates and stuff in that game. Really cool. I know it's not that different from PUBG, but it's a different game. I did jump back into Stardew, which again is not new for me, but I love it. Cassie is on year 4 of Stardew, which is crazy. I don't know anyone who's made it that far. And she has to have as much playtime in that game as I have in PUBG. Because that's what she does when I play PUBG. Mm-hmm. So, I exaggerated last time. I said I was at like 160. As of yesterday, I'm at like 145. So she's got to have almost 200 hours into Stardew, which is bonkers.
That's awesome.
But good. I guarantee it's the most she's ever played a video game in her life.
Yeah,
which is cool. I feel like I've accomplished something.
Yep. Yeah, you have.
It's kind of a gateway into hopefully get her into more games and stuff. What else was I gonna? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. What did I play, Ian?
Probably something, I don't know. Is it another multiplayer game? Is it...
God damn it. God damn it.
Did you play... Is it on PC?
Fuck my ass. Oh, I played like 10 more minutes of Total War. That wasn't what I was going to bring up, but I did play some more Total War.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It's sort of like taking a needle to a boulder and be like, I'm going to take this thing down.
To a needle factory, yeah. But I did play a little bit more of that. It might have been like 20 minutes. I don't know. That was fun though. I'm like I got through the tutorial of Total War 1.
Okay.
Warhammer 1 rather, which is really cool. I'm excited to play that more. Nothing crazy new for me.
I've never seen the tutorials. I don't know. Are they pretty good?
It's just a battle. It just throws you into a battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like it just picks 2 races and kind of sticks you in the middle of it, and then it'll kind of suggest things. It'll lock off certain units so you can't control them to kind of show you what those units should be doing.
Okay.
And then it gives you a little bit of like infantry to play with.
Yeah,
cavalry
it's generally like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, you do the thing and you win. Like if you
like this beats this and that beats that and that beats that, and it's a cycle of like using those to make sure you're matching up the right unit against the right unit.
Totally.
Will always win.
Yeah.
You know? Spearmen versus horses, archers versus infantry, cavalry versus archers.
90% of the time are going to win.
Yeah. It's just trying to make sure that your matchup, you get the matchup you want, and someone else doesn't counter it.
Got it. Got it.
It's fun though. Yeah.
What about you, man? What have you been playing?
I beat Frozen Wilds.
Woo!
Finished Frozen Wilds.
Thoughts?
One of the best DLCs I've ever played. Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
absolutely fucking fantastic. I loved it. It ends a little abruptly, and like the last mission, I wasn't in love with.
Mm-hmm.
It takes place in a cauldron. You remember the cauldrons?
Yeah.
Probably my least favorite gameplay portion of that entire game are cauldrons.
Really?
I just don't like the way that they're paced, and they're just these tunnels, and a lot of the battles are on mechanical floors that have drops in them, and you're trying to like roll, and you like get caught in the environment. I just don't think they're very well designed.
There's like the weird steam thing that you hide into, which is always weird.
I don't know, like the freedom of gameplay that you get in the open world when you're like the way that you get to approach a herd of machines, or the way you get to ambush a sawtooth or a thunderjaw, things like that. It's like it's kind of up to you, and you have the environment to plan around. Like, okay, I'll put these trip casters here. He'll run after me. He'll run into the trip casters. He'll get stunned. I'll attack him. I'll run up on the hill. You know what I mean? Like, you have like these sort of organic tactics that make that game so much fun.
It's
and
not
then
a, it's
you
not
get
a close
shoved into a
game.
cauldron. It's like, boom, you have to fight it. Here, you're stuck in a room, and don't get stuck on all of these wires on the ground.
It's like it's obvious that the game wasn't made for that kind of setting. I feel like it's too close quarters. You have to use the melee a lot.
And they're all like up close, and you got to like roll and like run away, and you can't see anything.
And honestly, like the melee combat isn't that game's like shining point.
No,
you know what I mean?
All.
Which you have to use a lot in the culture.
I mean, it works in succession.
Yeah.
Like I like it when they do a machine will heavy charge you. Woof, and you dodge it, and then you just hit the heavy attack, and you hit them, and they stun, and they fall to the ground, and you get the critical hit. Like, it works in conjunction with everything else.
Yeah, like the criticals and the sneak attacks are all really cool, and they work well, but like mid-combat, I always felt it was kind of weird.
Yeah. So it just, you're not there that long. You're only in it for, an hour, maybe. Oh, it's like kind of like a dungeon crawl, and there's some cool moments to it. But the story is really interesting, and it does tie directly to the kind of the ending revelations of the initial game.
Good. Yeah.
So you definitely would want to beat the game, at least beat it, or get to the very final mission, and then go do it if you owned it and hadn't beaten the first game yet. You basically have to get to the very end of the game, and then you can pick if you want to go there or keep doing the mission.
So you have to get to the end before you can even play the DLC?
You don't have to. It's like level 30 or something like that. Okay. So you do have to be pretty far along, but yeah, I mean, story-wise, it really wouldn't make sense to do it. I don't think you could get there until you're past the point where it's going to make sense.
Okay.
Because there's story stuff that comes in that Aloy already has to know some things that she doesn't learn until near the end of the game anyways.
Gotcha.
So it was designed for people who beat the game to go back and play it.
Gotcha.
But it was wonderful. The whole new map is just incredible. There's a bunch of new gear and weapons that are just totally different. And they look really cool, and they're fun to use. And there's the newest enemy. There's 2 enemies they add, but the Frost Claw is a giant bear, and it's by far probably the most fun machine to fight in the whole game.
Why?
Easily. Because every time I've never been killed by one, but every time that I've fought them, I having like hand cramps.
Oh, really?
Like, they're like, it's like the perfect level of, because like the thunder jaws would piss me off sometimes, because if you get hit with that big tail, you die instantly, and I don't appreciate that. That was one thing about Dark Souls. Usually when I quit Dark Souls, is when there's a guy who can look at me and I die.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like one hit wonders. That's just not my thing. I just think that's the developer being like, I don't know how to make this change.
That's right. So. Yeah.
So like, this is like, I've never lost to one, but that's not because I beat them. I just barely survived.
Yeah.
My screen is usually pulsating red, and I have no healing left. And this giant smoldering bear is in front of me, and I'm like, "Oh God, I did it!"
Smoldering.
And I'm out of ammo, and I have like it's just like it's the perfect balance of difficulty, predictability in their patterns, and you to where you kind of have an idea of what you're going to do, but it's still not going to be easy.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes it'll pit you up against multiple of them, and they're big. They're like probably like half the size of a thunderjaw.
Oh wow.
They're big motherfuckers.
Okay.
And they're these giant bears, and they have like really obvious weak points, but they're like a lot faster than you might think they are, and they can like jump and stuff. So you'll be like aiming at them, and then they jump. There's huge things coming toward you, and you gotta roll it. Oh, they're so good. They're so fucking fun to fight against. So Frozen Wilds was it was amazing. I absolutely loved it.
Good, man.
And then the other thing that I'm playing, and this is going to be kind of like a segue into the topic that I wanted to talk to you about.
The topic
that I think you and I can both, even though I've had a PC longer than you, I think we'll kind of be on the same level right now. So it'll be an interesting talk. But what I'm doing right now is playing Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox.
Yeah.
Because my orc is right there. I have like 100 hours.
I feel like you've been right on the edge of 50.
Yeah,
for like
the last few levels take a lot longer
to
do.
Gotcha.
Plus, I realized that I was playing a DLC, the Orsinium DLC.
Oh yeah.
Which, wow, amazing! Like the map is incredible. It's just an awesome DLC. You get most experience, at least through PvE. So PvP, you probably get a lot more experience in dungeons with you can level power level in dungeons with friends or in PvP. But as far as PvE goes, the best way to level up is by completing quests.
Okay.
You do get experience for fighting enemies, killing enemies, things like that. But you'll notice the biggest jump in finishing quests. And Orsinium's really big physically. And, like, a lot of the quests are, like, on the opposite. You have to really travel a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I think I slowed myself down by playing Orsinium because you complete quests at a very slow rate.
Okay.
So I think that kind of artificially slowed it down.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few levels here in just a few days.
Really?
I've been playing as much as I can because I want to get him to 50.
Yep.
Just for the sake of the fact that I've spent so much time with the character. I want to get that achievement on Xbox and everything. But as soon as I'm done, I'm going to unsubscribe from ESO Plus.
Fuck them.
No, definitely don't fuck them.
Okay, don't fuck them.
Let me finish the story.
Okay,
before
I know where you're going. I just had to let that go.
You felt it. You felt that.
I felt it. I felt your energy. I felt my energy. I had to let it go. Sorry.
No, you're good. So unsubscribe and uninstall ESO completely. I'm not going to delete the character, but I'm going to uninstall ESO off the Xbox. I'm going to hop on my PC. I have a different email account because I didn't know you could quote unquote share account. You can't share anything between the platforms.
Oh, right.
I can't take my characters over. I can't take my crowns over.
It's kind of weird.
I don't even understand what the fucking point of letting me share my account. I didn't know you could do that. So when I bought the game for $10 on PC, I created a new account. I didn't know I could sign in at the time, and now I can't undo that.
And you would still have the game, like on PC and Xbox?
Well, no. So I mean, it would. I just you can have your email be on multiple platforms.
Okay,
and that's it.
Gotcha.
So like, I didn't know that. I didn't know. And now I'm like, oh well, can I like log the fuck out of this new account and sign in with my original account? And there's no way. There doesn't seem to be any way to do it.
Oh,
I don't understand.
Huh.
So whatever. Who cares?
Okay, yeah.
I have 2 email addresses, so I use my second email address, and I'll sign up for Plus on that because everyone's actually playing it. At least 2 or 3 people are playing it consistently. And so I'm going to jump on, and I'm just sort of making the decision recently, and this is kind of the conversation I want to have with you. Not just ESO, but like, I remember when I got my PS3.
Yeah.
I bought my PS3 in like 2008, something like that. And I said, okay, my Xbox is going to be my shooter, multiplayer, social game.
Yeah.
And my PS3 is going to be my solo, single-player RPG games. And that's how I'm going to decide which platform I want to buy games on.
Yeah.
That's how I did it. So I'm kind of like redoing that again because Xbox has been my main thing, but no one's on there anymore.
Right.
It's an empty desert now. and I'm not the biggest multiplayer person anyways.
Yeah.
But still, I like logging on to something and seeing
activity.
Mason's playing PUBG and Kevin's playing with him, and look, Tim's playing Total War, and there's Mike, and there's, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I liked the feeling of being around my friends, even if I'm not even playing with them.
No, that totally
I like
makes
seeing
sense.
Jimmy on something.
Completely makes sense.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah. It's not weird at all. Not to
You
interrupt
don't
you, but
think
like
so? No, please do.
on my PS4, I don't have a lot of friends on there. Just like I never went through my Xbox and was like, hey, what's your PS4? Because not a lot of people have both. So I have like 2 or 3 friends. I think it's you and Kevin on PS4. So it's very often kind of that desolate.
Which can be good at times.
It can be good, but I like in a weird way. I feel alone when I play my PlayStation. It's super weird. Like there's no notifications. There's nothing happening. It's very. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, cool. I'm so glad that you feel the same way. So I'm redefining how I'm going to play games from here on out. I'm going to be on my PC a lot more.
Okay.
I'm basically taking all the social / multiplayer games and moving to PC.
Okay.
So when it's on sale, I'm going to rebuy Destiny 2 on PC. I'm going to buy any kind of time everyone wants to get like Battlefield or whatever, a multiplayer game. Yeah. I'm buying it on PC. That's where I'm doing it. We have our Discord chat, and I always log in there and see all this chat, and I'm never part of it because I don't know what you guys are all on there, and I'm not. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I like to read through it. It makes me laugh because you guys are funny. I
don't even participate in that.
It's pretty funny shit in there though. Like sometimes I'll just like roll through it, like, what the hell is going on here?
I feel like it's like our Facebook chat though. Like it turns from conversation into dick memes, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it gets out of hand. But
I'm good.
Other times it can be really, really
totally.
personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. It's not even. I made it sound like I feel left out. I don't feel left out. No. It's just sort of this like I feel like I'm missing out a little bit.
That's fair.
On playing with friends. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play more of games on my PC. I'm going to spend more time on it.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I'm going to play on consoles from here on. I'm not Kevin. Kevin is all PC.
Yeah.
He is done with consoles.
Which is crazy.
Consoles still serve a very important purpose to me.
Same.
Big RPGs of any kind. So Elder Scrolls, Witchers, Cyberpunk games.
Yeah.
Big single player games, I am still getting on consoles.
Right.
I mean, there's no... That's just a way to play them. I want to be out there on the TV hanging out. Big story-based games, things like that. All console, all day. Yeah. But I'm moving a lot of what I was doing on Xbox to PC for sure.
This is crazy. This is a big deal.
And I feel like you're kind of doing the same thing, which is sort of why I wanted to talk to you.
Kind of. Yeah. This is actually a conversation I've wanted to have for a while. But I don't want to be like, hey, let's talk about PC stuff. Because I'm not the PC guy. I'm kind of the new PC guy, but I'm still not the PC guy. But I feel like
I've always been 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Same, yeah. And I feel like I haven't had one long enough to be, I don't know where my feet are, but I've had one. I've had one long enough to at least talk about it now.
Sure.
It's weird. Like I've often thought about this conversation. I'm trying not to make it go too long in the tooth. But like, I think there's a lot of weird shadiness behind the PC mentality. There's gonna be people you meet that are like, no, PC is like the only thing you should ever pay attention to.
I don't like anything. Crazy. I live most of my life on the fence. I think it's a good place to be. If you're on the... People are like, oh, what are you on the fence about? Usually if you're on the fence,
you're open-minded.
That means you can look at both sides of the fence. You're higher in elevation than everyone else, and you can look down and be like, well, that guy's rolling around in the mud over there.
This whole idea of picking a team, to me,
bullshit.
Is just kind of a waste of time.
Completely.
I feel like it's not productive.
It's not productive in conversation, and I also think if you're someone who proclaims to... I mean, there's different degrees of people being interested in a hobby, no matter what it is. We're using gaming now because that's our thing.
Yeah.
Gaming, I know people who I like games. Yeah. And they have one console and they play like 5 games a year.
Which is totally fine.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
We have people who are like, there are people who literally believe in the PC Master Race. Like, it's not a funny joke. It's like,
100%.
That is the only way, and everyone else who does anything outside of that is stupid.
Yeah.
You have Xbox fans, PS4 fans, and you have all these different degrees. And I feel like I'm at a degree that you and I both, and some of the free people we know are at a degree of gaming interest that's almost like there's not very many people that are like we're into the industry. Like, we should probably be working for Polygon.
It seems like there are a lot, but that's because those are the people we follow.
Yeah.
But like in a broad spectrum,
there are not very many.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right.
And I feel like if you're in that kind of quote-unquote group like we are, I don't understand. I feel like you're just eliminating opportunities to play wonderful games.
For yourself. It's not like
oh, I don't play PlayStation.
What? But have you played Last of Us?
You're going to miss out on so much.
Have you played Horizon?
Yeah.
Have you played Uncharted? Like, these are crazy games that you're going to remember forever. Like, why not? Well, I'm an Xbox guy. Why are you a guy? Why are you an anything guy? Why aren't you just a video game guy?
I mean, I get the cost thing. Like I can't afford to build a PC. I can't afford to buy a TV. Whatever. That makes sense. But if you have them all, I don't understand not liking or have one of each or whatever. Like,
so you
just play a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Play whatever's fun to you. Play whatever you enjoy and play it where you enjoy it. But if you know that something is good and you're not doing it just because it's not on your platform, that's crazy. Like, dive into the other platform. Try it out. Yeah. If it's not going to break your bank.
Just dismissing it based on its location makes no sense.
And you made a good point about that. That kind of spreads over everything. I mean, think about, like, religion, politics, sports,
all of it.
Everything.
Yeah,
but
just this attitude of kind of, like, almost like this weird, like, tribalism.
Doesn't make any sense.
Some need to feel like you belong to a group and you can agree with other people. Like, fuck, PC's the best. Like, fuck those console peasants and all that shit.
But have you played Last of Us?
Like, if you go on to, like, you see comments on any kind of social media, it's always like, there's these people who are like, oh yeah, this game would have been great if it wasn't made on consoles. I'm like,
doesn't make any sense.
Fuck you and play
that's where it was made. Play the game, just shut up. Yeah, so you brought up how you might be kind of transitioning and kind of how I've done the same.
Yeah, a lot of my time will be on PC.
And I think you're right. Recently, I have technically transitioned, but I don't want to call it that because it makes it sound like I'm leaving something behind.
Exactly.
But the best way I can put it and tell me if it sounds like a cop-out answer. I don't mean it to be. Is I'm trying to play what I'm playing now in the best platform there where it's available.
Yeah.
So, like, have you seen PUBG on Xbox?
I don't need to. I've read a lot about it. I've read several articles on what's going on.
Let me tell you.
Podcasts, too.
Let me tell you. It's a heartbreak. It really, like...
I mean, I don't understand how everyone didn't know that was good.
We talked about it. I knew this. You
and I knew it.
Yeah,
everyone...
everyone...
How did people not understand?
There's people who still don't think it's that bad. And that's because they've never seen it on PC.
Right.
Which makes sense. And, you know, honestly, had I not got a PC, I'd be that guy. I'd be like, no, I'm having a blast. With 8 frames per second, and it barely runs at all, and it crashes 4 times a game, and none of those are an exaggeration.
Yeah,
but
they're overexpanding their reach.
Yeah. But what I was getting to is, like, recently, what I'm playing is best available to me on PC for the most part, other than Fortnite. When I play Fortnite, I play it on PlayStation. I don't like it on PC because I'm not that good on PC.
Right.
And a game like Fortnite is like, if you're fast, you win. Like, if you have the aim and you're fast, there's not much else that goes into it.
Right.
But like on PS4, I play that. But I mean, just to think about what I've been playing, it's pretty much just been PUBG, Stardew, Fortnite, kind of my usual. Stardew and PUBG I play now on PC. Stardew I played a little bit on PlayStation 4 still, but like, that's just because that's where those things are right now. I hate to say transition because, again, it kind of sounds like I'm leaving something behind, which I'm not. But I'm just waiting for the thing.
I mean, you might be in some way. I mean, I'm definitely going to... the time that I spend playing games on platform is transitioning. I will be on PC more. I want to play more Total War. I played ESO on PC, and I liked it better.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just liked it. I was playing on PC, and I'm like, I like this better on PC. And sometimes I'll play something on console. Like, I've played Diablo on both. I like Diablo better on console.
I agree with you, yeah.
So it isn't about, clearly, this is a much more advanced, experience here I'm having. Right. For some reason, my brain lights up a little more with ESO on the PC. On this monitor, for whatever reason, I've got the headset, the beautiful music, and I'm locked, and I'm in here, and it just works.
It's literally all there is to it.
And then Tim and his brother Mike are like, yo, we're playing. Awesome. He's sending me shit.
Yeah.
I've got this whole other, part of the game that I didn't have with Xbox, with the social part, which is something I've been missing. I've always wanted to play the PvP and the dungeons. I haven't ever really done dungeons much because I don't have anyone to run with. I don't like randos, generally speaking. Even if there's some great people out there, not my thing. I don't like socializing.
No, I completely agree with you.
So I'm switching. You know what I mean? It's just what I want to do.
Yeah, you're right. It is a transition. You're right, and I hate to feel like I'm leaving something behind, but you're right. It's kind of what we're doing. Not behind, but kind of to the side. Yeah, that's what I was going to transition to. That was good, really good segue. You read my mind. I wanted to talk about convenience.
Yeah.
You know, where I now have a machine in every important room of my living place where it'll do whatever anyone needs it to do.
Yes.
Which to me is amazing.
Yes.
So my living room is the Xbox. What do you need? Netflix, YouTube, get on it, go for it. Everyone has their own profile.
Yep.
The 6-year-old has their own profile. Do your thing.
Yep.
Enjoy. Watch Ryan's Toys review. Watch your kid yoga. Whatever you're going to do, it's hilarious. Do your thing. PlayStation 4 in the bedroom. Cassie, Stardew all day. And now I kind of have my own area. I never feel like I'm taking over anything anymore because nobody wants to touch the PC.
Now, okay, so is that part of the reason you think... is that playing into the real reason why you haven't really been able to get back into Horizon, you think?
So for Horizon and Witcher especially, that's kind of a huge part of it. So Witcher, I'm playing on PS4. I have it on both, but I played it last time on PS4.
Is that a game that you would you? I know Horizon's PS4 only, but if you either Witcher or Horizon, if they were on PC, do you think you'd play them, or do you think that your PC has just become such as the streaming with PUBG and is it too designated right now?
No, that's a hard question because, so for example, if I had Witcher on PC, yeah, I'd play it, but I would play it with a controller. You know what I mean? It wouldn't. What I want to play it on is a console.
Yeah.
But it's hard because that type of game and there's kids around and stuff. It is hard, and I have to kind of take over a room. And if I want to play it on PS4, I tell Cassie she's got to get on the Xbox. We don't have Stardew on the Xbox. So and I'm not going to play those games, but this is why it's taken me so long. Is I feel better on my PC. Because I know I'm not in anyone's way. Because everyone in my household...
There's nothing in the back... That's so funny. Because that's the thing that's kept me from playing PC.
Yeah, we kind of touched on that. You feel like you're kind of in...
I feel like I'm just shutting off my responsibilities as a domestic partner.
As a domestic
partner. Well, this was great to see you. Dinner was awesome. Bye!
Excuse me. My situation's a little different. My PC's in my bedroom, so I can still turn around and wave every now and then, which I do. I move the headset over my ear. I ask how she's doing. Yeah. I mute Kevin. I tell him to shut the fuck up for a minute. Hey, you good? Cool. All right. And I turn around. But I definitely get what you mean. But like my PC, no one will touch it in my household because they're all afraid of it. Because it's kind of like haphazardly thrown together at this point, and one of the panels is open for no reason, and it makes noise and stuff, and everyone's afraid of it. But like, so I feel like it's my thing now.
You should put like a red backlight,
caution tape, in the thing. Electrical shock warning signs everywhere. But so to me, it's been more about convenience, really, and I can get on and like, as far as like a UI experience for a console, not to call PC a console, but there's literally no better one than PC. If you have 2 monitors, everything you need is right in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit like a guide button and like press Y to do like a thing and it opens. And not that there's anything wrong with that, and I think
they've gotten better. Xbox is by far the best one.
Especially with Xbox, recently I've been messing with it, and it's crazy fast. Faster than it's ever been for 360.
Finally nailed it. Now they need to stop changing it.
Stop changing it.
It's perfect.
Don't add to it.
You have perfected it.
Don't add to it. They took stuff away to make it run faster, which is the formula.
Yes.
Just leave it. Leave it where it's at.
I don't like PS4s at all.
It
hasn't changed at all.
There's no way to get from here to there quickly. Everything, it's like, all right, I'm out, and I'm moving, and we're in, and
I'm on the left side, I'm like, all aboard! Going over to video. I can't stand the PS4's menu.
Although, to its credit, it does respond quickly.
Does it for you?
It does,
because whenever I go to video, which has Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, all that stuff, it sits there, and it takes like...
Really?
30 seconds to load. I'm like hitting down on it. I'm like, go to the fucking...
Oh, and then eventually it goes... No, you're right.
That does kind of happen. And I can't tell which thing I'm picking. Right. There's not like a big glow next to it. And I'm like, wait, so am I on this? Okay, I'm on Netflix now.
Yeah.
I hit X. I don't like PS4's interface.
No, I think you make a really good point. But yeah, and honestly, I'm not totally sure where I was going with this or where we wanted the topic.
Well, I think you're talking about having 2 monitors and kind of like the sensitivity of the mouse and I like Steam's interface a lot.
Steam's great.
There's something just so pleasurable about my library. There's my library.
Oh, I agree with you. You can change it to the grid view with the pictures of the games. Oh. That is nice. And it's all right there. You can change it. I personally like the list view of the library because it makes me feel rich.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, oh, look at all my things.
We're like Smauging here.
But no, it's where I'm at right now because what I'm playing right now is at its best on PC.
Right.
So that's why. But like Witcher, I'm gonna play on a console.
I've thought about that. I've thought about like, oh man, maybe I just don't think I'd enjoy Witcher on PC. As beautiful as it is, I don't want to spend 200 hours at this desk. I will.
Makes sense.
I've spent 200 hours at this desk.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. I have spent that much time between Total War and everything else. But like, I don't want to play Witcher at my PC on a day off for 10 hours straight.
That totally makes sense.
I don't want to be in here for 10
And like,
hours.
what if Alyssa wants to watch? What's she gonna do? Pull up an office chair and like
not,
kind of try to like get comfortable.
And my dog's
she's gonna be crunching
Dexter
on snacks.
Comes in here
Dexter.
and he lies on the wheel behind me.
What a dummy.
So I can't. I'm like, my automatic thing, like go get a drink, go to the bathroom, is to scoot up. So I have to be like, I'll sit here and I can't turn around enough to see him. So I just go, Dexter, move, and I hear him move. So like, it's just not a conducive, relaxing, get into the game thing most of the time.
Right.
Most of the times. I mean, I will spend that amount of time on Total War sometimes, but Total War has the ability to where like, I can do something else for a minute. Mm-hmm. I can just leave Total War here, sitting here, and walk off, and go eat. Okay. There's nothing going on in Total War.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll just sit there, and you're on your campaign map, and it just sits there. I don't know, like with like you know what I mean? There's no pausing it. It's like with Witcher, it's like, well, I'm in the middle of the story, I want to finish this quest, and I'm like, my back is starting to hurt because I'm in my office chair. Yeah. I can't lie down or lie on my side or sit on the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like sometimes I'll sit on the ground, like in front of my coffee table, and sit because my back is so weird. You know? Yeah, so that's part of it too. So
your situation.
There's just a whole litany of reasons that like PC has never completely pulled me in and just been in my 100% thing, but I'm looking forward to being on it a lot more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and one real quick transition as well. You talked about streaming, and especially for the viewer, a PC provides like a much better experience for the viewer and for the person streaming as well, depending on how in-depth you want to go with your stream. I'm not saying that you can't hit it big streaming on your PS4 because you absolutely can. And
People
there's
have.
people who've done it. If you have the time, you can absolutely do that. People just want somewhere to go.
Yeah.
But on PC, if you're like me and you're kind of, you know, compared to most streamers, limited on time to like 2 or 3 hours at a time, where guys who hit it are streaming full time 8 hours a day, which is crazy and super hard to do. You can kind of not be entertaining, but provide a better experience in other ways. You can have better frame rates than I would on a console. You can have just an overall better resolution than I would on a console. I can modify my outlay for my stream. Not that mine's very crazy anyway, but you can, if you want to, get weird with it. You can add your chat. You can add these crazy alert notifications. Where on console, you just get the box on the side, and you can add a camera.
It's terrible.
It's not great.
And it's difficult to control and to stop or to you know what I mean? Like it's sort of like when you start streaming on Xbox, it's like starting a train going. And like, good luck getting that to stop.
Good luck stopping that bitch.
And trying to do something else midstream.
I mean, even
it's just really difficult.
Just look at a program like OBS, if that's what you use, or like
that's
Shadowplay. But like where I can modify my audio in OBS to a way where you're only gonna hear me talking. Right. Where if my girlfriend's blow drying her hair, the kid's crying, dogs are dying, you're not gonna hear any of that. I don't have any dogs, so they're not dying, but nothing's happening. You're not gonna hear that. But where like on console, you just got my headset. That's it.
Yep.
So whatever's happening.
Yeah, the audio isn't as good, and there's a lot of things that hold
like
it back like that. But and this whole podcast is like working out so well to plan. Like
we planned this. We rehearsed beforehand.
I had an idea of how I was thinking like this would naturally progress because that conversation.
I never do. I'm just like, let's ride, man.
So I want you to. So we this whole conversation about kind of transitioning at least certain aspects of our gaming time to PC from consoles. So, you motherfucker bought me PUBG.
Hey!
As revenge for me purchasing you Warhammer 1. I guess.
Correct.
What that was.
Revenge.
So now I owe you $10.
No, you don't.
You gotta find a $10
Shut
game
the
to
fuck
send
up.
your way.
Shut
So
the
we're
fuck
even.
up.
So I have PUBG now. Now I purposely, you were like, don't worry about like rushing to play. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not just saying it. I want to play the game.
Yeah,
I want to play the game.
There's those, but there's those people. You've probably seen it.
I've been that person to you before.
Yeah, and
it's turned into a joke now, and I no longer care. I'm actually, it doesn't even bug me anymore.
But yeah, like we've all seen that where it's like, oh, you bought me a game. Yeah. Oh, I have to go play it now. Right, it's weird. I didn't want that.
Oh, okay. I've never been that. I just meant I've pressured you to play games.
100%. But it's funny at this point. I'm the guy who doesn't play the games that you want me to, and it's hilarious. Yeah. And fuck you, Kevin.
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that tells everyone that they should play a game, and no one plays it.
You talked about it once before, like everyone's in a room, but you're in the other room, like, oh hey guys, no, this game's really good, and then everyone kind of figures it out on their own. They're like, have you played this game? And you're like, I just told you, it's really good.
Or like the other one analogy I had was the big plate full of like freshly baked goods, like full of chocolate brownies and cookies, and there's like little bowls of like ice cream and all that stuff, and I'm like, telling you guys,
we're all eating carrots and shit.
Yeah, well, no, you're eating other good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've never dissed anyone's games they're playing.
Right.
But it's just like, I know that you guys will like these if you just try them.
No, they're really good. Like just try it. We're like, no, Ian, we've already got brownies. Like we're good.
So I have PUBG. And I got it installed, updated, ready to fucking go.
Cool.
But I did not want to play it before we had a chance to like. I want to talk to you about PUBG from the perspective of someone who has literally never played the game for a second.
Not for 1 second.
Not for 1 millisecond of time. Ever played it. And here's my concern. This game looks fucking awesome, and I love watching you guys play it, whether it's like watching your stream or watching the highlights. But like then I think about, when I play it's gonna be fun. And I'm like, wait, how do I loot someone? And like we're gonna be in the middle of a game, and we're gonna be in the middle of a stream. And I'm like, wait, I don't know, oh no, and like, I'm gonna suck dick. Is there a way to like get good a little bit at the game before jumping in? Is there tutorials or like?
When you told me, I did not think you'd want to talk about this. I didn't think we would have this conversation for months until you played the game.
No, I want to play it.
Because I was like, I just wanted you to have it, and I didn't want you to buy it. Because I didn't want you to buy it and then not like it and then regret buying it. So I was like,
games.
I will bank on it. I will take the risk. I'll take the bet. We'll see what happens.
Watching your highlights is the thing that's got me.
That was the first thing I wanted to touch
on.
And so the stream you've seen, the highlights you've seen, there's some downtime and you're still interested, which is like 50% of the game. You're still in? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact that I won't play 8 hours in a day.
No.
I can tell you that
if you can play
right
it
now.
for a night with us and have fun.
I'll probably play 4 to 6 hours a week.
Literally all I care
That's
about.
kind of what I'm aiming for. 4 to 6 hours a week.
We'll make that a Friday. And then
we'll just... I'm totally down with doing Friday PUBG.
That's literally all I care about. And I just want to make sure... So you weren't turned off by seeing the game, which is good.
No,
so
no.
You're still in.
I've always felt the idea was really interesting. I'm just usually... like, for me, and we've talked about this before, generally speaking, I have 2 experiences with multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Either I get it...
Yep.
And I suck dick.
Right.
And it discourages me from playing it.
Yep.
Or I and other people get it, and then in a month no one's playing it anymore. And here I am with this $30, $40, $50, $60 game that I just bought that everyone fell off of.
100%.
And I'm like, ugh. Which is why I've always been a single-player guy, because I always will... I know I'm going to play Horizon, and I'm going to play it all, and I'll play all of Witcher, and I'll do it, and I'll get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield 1, I really enjoyed. We played it for like 30 days.
Right, correct.
And there it is on my shelf.
I've got a lot up here.
There.
I've got a lot going on right here. So to touch on that point, because it's the last thing you talked about, to address that concern, that completely makes sense, which is why I feel the exact same way. And a lot of like the team, I only have ESO because Kevin bought it for me. I wasn't going to buy it.
And that's why I love multiplayer games. Sorry, I don't mean to cut
No,
you
not at all.
That I do. It's like I think I've built this reputation of someone who doesn't like multiplayer games.
Yeah.
And there's some truth to that because I'm not the most competitive. Like, I know you and Kevin are more competitive than I am. I'm not the most competitive person. I can get competitive. Mm-hmm. But, like, and I've never liked teabagging. Mm-hmm. I'm just not that person. Yeah. I just don't. I used to hate, like, when Halo 2, Halo 3, when you hear people talking and they're just throwing racial slurs. Yep. I just hate the internet, community-wise, for the most part. So I need friends, and I enjoy it when I play with a group of my people.
So the good news is this game, for me at least, never started out as like, oh, I'm going to play this with all my friends. I wanted this game to play it for myself.
To play it. Yeah.
Just to play, because I knew I would love it. Right. It became,
up your alley,
organically, a fun game to play with friends. I really only play it with Kevin. Yeah. I play it with Jeff sometimes, but Kevin and I play it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
We need a good third and a fourth. Jeff is there. He's actually really good at the game. But he's not always on. We'd love to have you there, but you're doing like 1 day a week, which is totally cool.
Oh, I do a couple.
It's always there. What I wanted to talk about, because you talked about kind of the internet community.
Yeah.
That's there. However, there's no lobby really.
Right.
So you're not getting 50 different people talking at one time. Yeah. It's a proximity chat. So what you get is, before every match, you have a minute in a waiting area where you can run around,
shooting,
pick up a gun,
your little
play with your thing.
Fights where you beat up Taylor.
Where you beat the fuck out of Taylor every time, and it's hilarious.
See, that's the shit. That's when I love multiplayer.
And it happens all the time. What you see in the highlights is only a percentage because it's hard for me to get everything.
Of course.
So what happens is you get within 10 feet of a guy, and you hear like, "I'm a Barbie girl," like just in the background, like for no reason. You're like, "Well, that's weird." And then you go to a different place, and you hear 2 guys arguing about whether like Tool or like Chevelle are better. And then you hear like just like a random like black dude like freaking out and being motivational. He's like, "Get your shit together," and he's like not talking to anyone. And like, why is he doing that? But like, what that plays into is in the game, you still have proximity chat.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of this go on in our stream. We've been messing with it more because we turned on all chat. We had it off forever because we were like, these people are annoying. We turned it on. We had a situation the other day where we're like, it was 2v2, me and Kevin, 2 other guys. The other guys, like one of the teammates just went off in the ocean to do his thing, just left the guy behind. We knocked down the other guy because when he has a teammate and you kill him, he falls down to give his teammate an opportunity to pick him up.
Right.
He was down, his teammate was gone. So he turned on his chat and he goes, wait, don't kill me. And we're like, okay, like what's up? Where's your teammate? Just let us know where he is and we'll let you live. And he's like, he just swam away. And then he starts bargaining with us, like why we should let him live. And
can you revive
the craziest? No,
okay,
no, his teammate has to. But if we could have like negotiated with him, let his teammate come in, we'll throw our hands up and we'll go our separate ways, meet up in the finals. Didn't happen. His teammate never came back. He said something. He was like complimenting Kevin's hair, trying to like smooth talk us and everything. We eventually ended up executing him, but the whole situation is really funny. I'm not gonna say the community in that game is great because it's almost everyone. So you have a lot of shitty people.
Yeah, sure, you gotta
3 million people playing the game at one time.
Right.
I mean, that's
the internet.
That's the internet, man.
That's fine. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna like, hear someone say something bad and just give up. It just gets old after a while.
And you can shut that off, which is cool. You can completely shut that off.
I like the idea, gameplay wise, of having a proximity chat. You can hear someone that's not your voice,
dude.
Well, even tactically, it's
hilarious.
Like have you ever heard two people talking?
100%. You hear people who are accidentally on like all chat, or maybe they're just randos who grouped up with each other, so you're already on all chat. But yeah, you can hear him. Hey, no, he's around the corner. He's around the corner, and then you'll hear Kevin run up and blast this guy, and he goes, "Ah!" And then his teammate will come around, and I'll murder him. And what's cool is they can still talk after you kill them until they leave the game. So you'll back up and you won't hear him, but you'll get closer to his dead body and he'll be like, "Fuck you! Oh God, I hate you! How'd you do that? You're cheating!" And you'll back up and you won't hear him. So the proximity chat adds a fun thing.
That is pretty fun.
I don't want to make this the PUBG cast, but I wanted to touch on. You talked about like.
I wanted. It was a big part of it, like
cool.
PC.
You talked about skill in the game and kind of being in situations under pressure. Quickly, I will tell you the best way to get good at the game is what we've been doing. Is literally just landing in the most highly populated area and you're gonna die. Just kill as many people as you can, because the mechanics in the game you have to get used to: the shooting, the aiming, like flick shots, the guns, what guns you're comfortable with, what guns you like. The audio is by far the biggest part in the game,
right.
Especially for close range, even long range. That's the best way to get good. So every time we play, we do like 3 or 4 warm-up games where we just land in the prison. And it's like, well, good luck. And we'll just go our separate ways and get a couple kills each and die. And it's a good way to stay sharp as far as, the shooting goes and everything.
And it doesn't matter if you die, because that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Whole point of the game. And you talked about, like, how do I loot a guy? Well, what's cool about this game is literally one game in, you get it.
Okay.
You're like, okay, this is what we're doing. Cool. It's so simple. I think it's why it appeals to so many people, and you can play it kind of however you want to. So, like, for you, at first, we obviously wouldn't go just barraging in a Jeep into like the middle of like a drop zone. We're battling other teams. Like, no, it would be like, here, loot, find what you like. We'll kind of we all meet up and kind of exchange armor. Hey, I need ammo for this. What do you have? I need a suppressor for that. That can be how you play it, or you can not talk to each other at all, which is kind of like what Jeff does, and then just like get your guns and just
no, I'm a
go out and
super
survive.
Cooperative.
100%. Yeah. So that's what it would be. It's all about communication.
I'm good at that too.
I've had people in my chat tell me that Kevin and I's communication is like crazy good. Obviously, we need the skill to back it up, which we don't really have yet. But I've had people compliment us on that. We're really good at that. Until like the later hours of the evening when it gets a little weird, we kind of start to black out. Things get a little fuzzy. But yeah, it's fun, man. You can make it whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
It's not. There's no one way to play it, which I think is really why it appeals to people. And I honestly think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to get frustrated like we did with Overwatch. It's an extremely frustrating game.
Yeah,
it's just what it is.
Here's the thing about Overwatch. Frustration I can deal with, but when you're being told that it's
your fault,
ranked, and it's like every time you lose, you're just. There's just no reason. You're fucked. Right? This whole like you're just fucked. Your SR is fucked.
Right.
You're done. You have to wait till next season. You're just garbage. You're in the bottom one.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get thrown in all the bottom people who don't know how to play with a team.
Yep.
I'm just like, well, fuck this then. I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like with PUBG, it's like I died. Let's play again.
Let's go again.
You know what I mean?
Within a minute, you're in another game.
And I love Overwatch, and I'll probably end up getting it.
It's great.
PC as well.
It is a blast.
I love that game. It's a masterpiece of gameplay. But the ranked stuff. It's just I don't like, but the thing is, I don't like quick play.
Yeah,
because no one takes it seriously.
It doesn't feel like
I like the rank because people take it seriously. But then when you lose 2 or 3 and you're like, you just basically just got your hamstrings cut, and you're like,
right.
well, God damn it!
Right.
Like, I don't know. There's something about it that just drives me crazy.
I think you're totally right, and I think a big part of that is where like in a game like Battlefield or Overwatch or Call of Duty, when you die, you just come back. And if you're there, if you only have like 15 minutes to play, and you're just like, I just want to kill some guys, you're fucking your whole team over because those are guys that are trying to win. Where in a game like PUBG, if you die, you have to leave. You're gone.
Done.
You're done. You're not there anymore. Mm-mm. So you actually want to survive. Yeah, there's you can spectate.
That's really fun.
It's permanent, which adds a crazy amount of like
tension.
Everyone's trying. Some people aren't very good. Some people are incredible,
and everywhere in between.
But
I'm usually a very mid-level,
which is
like any multiplayer game I've ever played. It's like here's the list. And I'm somewhere like
which doesn't
middle
mean,
to like
which
like
doesn't mean
corner.
we won't win. There's so much that goes into it. You don't even have to be good at shooting. We could win just by speaking to each other.
Right.
And the other teams we're against aren't talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they kill each other and we happen to win.
Well, that happens in that's incredibly obvious in Destiny 2's multiplayer.
Yeah.
If you have a group, regardless of platform, you're gonna win 4 out of every 5 minutes.
It's crazy. Yeah, we played with Doug and it was crazy. We were doing
so that's another game that I'd like to on PC with you and Kevin.
I have it on PC.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
I didn't buy it, but Chris accidentally purchased it twice.
Oh, that's right.
For whatever reason,
right.
that was like when I had just gotten a PC. He was like, "Hey, you want this?" I'm
yeah,
sure.
See, so that's it's like I would love to get with a group of 3 or 4 people who are willing to. And that's the thing. I know you guys will actually play that shit. And if you guys are only going to play it on PC. Fine, I'll come to you guys because I don't like how desolate it is on anymore. A desolation is perfect for Horizon.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be in a party.
You know what I mean?
It's not like you'd be in a party chatting.
So it's perfect for all that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to any kind of multiplayer game, and a lot more of just my daily gaming, you're going to see me a lot more on PC for sure. So.
Not that you would anyway. I don't think you'll regret it. You know what I mean? I think you're always... I know for a fact, because I know you well enough, you're not going to do something you don't enjoy just to do it.
But I'll try on this.
You'll try for sure. Yeah, you'll for sure try. I think you really are going to enjoy yourself.
Me too.
Even in PUBG, even this game
Hell yeah,
you've never played, but you've seen it, you like it. I think just playing with us, if we don't kill anybody an entire game, I think you're still really going to enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
I know we do. There is no ranked mode. There is a leaderboard. If you care about it, you can look at it. It doesn't do anything for you.
No.
There's 3 million people playing the game. You're never going to be at the top.
Nope.
It's reserved for those crazy people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Who are on that level, which we're not. But we have insane amounts of fun playing the game and other games too, man. And then when you jump into ESO, I'm excited to jump in. I haven't recently just because it's like
I can tell you I'll be playing just about daily.
Yeah.
Especially now, which is perfect. This is the first true lull. There is nothing coming out for me. And there are games coming out. There are some games.
Is
coming
Far
out.
Cry 5 out?
No, not till like March.
Really?
So this would be a perfect segue. We're gonna go a little over an hour, I think.
Sorry.
No. This has been awesome. This has been a great podcast. But there's a couple small things I wanted to hit on. Some news things. But that's kind of speaking of this whole topic. Like this, there's no games really. March is when I think a couple games out. One game that's coming out in March that I want to talk to you about that we just watched some stuff on.
Yeah.
Is Sea of Thieves, which totally went under the radar for me because I feel like they've done an awful job of telling people what the fuck it is.
Totally. So, and I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, please do.
This has been the podcast of transitions, like because we just talked about games. You know, kind of having a game with your friends that you're all like, yeah, we're gonna play, and then you play once and you have a great time and you never play again, just because it never works out that way because we're all busy and stuff like that. Sea of Thieves to me felt exactly like that game because when the first time we watched the trailer, I remember it was either you and I or Kevin and I talking about it, and we were like, yeah, man, can't wait to get everybody together and play that game. And right when I hear that, my brain kind of shuts off because I'm like,
yeah, right.
It's not gonna happen. Like I don't want to get excited, and then we have like a For Honor situation, or like you said, a Battlefield situation. I was like, yeah, that game looks goofy. You can shoot yourself out of a cannon. It kind of looks like
that was always my question. It's like what? So okay, it's fun looking, like it's colorful and
goofy,
bright,
yeah.
and it's got this.
It looks like Team Fortress 2 on ships.
I'm down with that. But,
Yeah.
but why? What? When I log off the game, what makes me want to jump back on?
Other than your friends being like, "Hey, we're on, get on."
And
you
doing
know what? I mean?
what?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like, I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
But
So
then we watched this video.
We watched the video. I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Neither do I.
Okay,
He's
well,
one of the lead devs on it.
someone important over there was
Rare.
explaining kind of the not the leveling system, but kind of the progression.
Progression. Well, he was just explaining the bones of the game, like what you are doing.
Yeah, the video was
why
titled
you are
Progression,
doing it.
but he was explaining way more. Like there's actual we got real footage. We got kind of way more in-depth explanation about how there's now something called voyages. We kind of act like your quest.
Yeah.
However, there's different levels to them. But if you're a higher level, you can bring your high-level voyage to your team of kind of noobs and be like, hey, you want to go for this?
Yeah.
Like, we can try it.
And there's scrolls, so like each person you can play single player,
Yeah.
PvE, and pick up scrolls that are quests. And then you can, when you all get together, so that way you can play and there's no worrying about out leveling, because that's always a big thing. It's like, oh no, like I can't play this character because I'm waiting on you.
Yeah.
There's
Like
none of
Destiny,
that.
yeah.
Destiny,
Yeah.
exactly. Whereas this is like, oh, whatever. Here's a quest, and you physically put the quest on a scroll on the
Literally,
table.
yeah.
And there's a voting system where the knife goes next to that.
They're
thing.
like, let's do that. No, let's
Yeah.
go. And then you guys, I've been holding on to this. Like, I needed 3 guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then you all do it, and you play it together, and It looked like a lot of fun.
It looks like it has a lot of different variety of activities and like gameplay.
I mean, there's customization. There's like you said, activities, gameplay. There's like merchants, which I don't think they touched on.
No, there's merchants. They didn't really go into that.
Not guilds. What would you call?
I would call them guilds.
Like
I think
a guild.
That's a good way.
There's like a dark magic guild and like a gold guild.
And they offer different kinds of quests. Like the dark magic is like delving into it's like dungeon crawling.
Yeah.
And combat. And then you've got the trading one, where you need to actually like pick up goods at one port and deliver them to another port safely on time.
Actual, literal, physical goods. Like it showed him capturing chickens on an island to take them. And then what I liked a lot was like, oh, we're taking on water. Like, go get the chickens. Yeah. They're going to drown. You have to actually go feed them and like save the chickens. And
you can be raided by other players on ships.
Yeah, you can absolutely run into other players. There's a PvP aspect to it. You can probably avoid them if you want to.
Yeah, hopefully.
If they want your booty, they're coming for that booty. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if they have a way of knowing if everything's good, but and you have to get from port A to port B.
Maybe like someone in the, what would you call it? Not the eagle's nest. What is that called? Crow's nest. Like kind of like with a thing like, oh, they have a shitload of chickens.
Maybe so.
We need some chickens. Like, let's make it happen. But yeah, it actually looked like a lot of fun. And,
it does. It looks like a great reward system where you feel like everything you're doing has purpose.
Yeah.
Right? And you're really, going to get real money. And hopefully what you can buy with the money is worth. You know what I mean? That's the cycle that gets you addicted.
Right.
Oh, man, I just got $500. Time to go get this and this and this and this and this.
Which hopefully doesn't overpower you in the PvP. There's a lot of balancing issues.
That's what he was saying he says that, too, is that there is no gun that's more powerful than another gun.
Yeah,
gun is a gun, cutlass is a cutlass.
Do you have a flintlock pistol? Okay, you have a flintlock pistol.
There's no leveling system.
But then what do you do with the money?
That's
you know what I mean? That's when it gets weird. Do you upgrade your ship? Well, then you have a better ship than everyone.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Well, it's kind of fair. You worked for it, but that guy paid money for it.
That's what we have to find out. Yeah, that's what we don't know yet.
My question was like, why didn't they bring up any of this before? It's not like none of it was an idea, right? It's not like they just thought of it.
No.
We should add all this cool stuff. That's gonna just bring it up. Even if you don't have footage, just bring it up. Like that would have grabbed yours and I's attention for sure if they were like,
absolutely.
Well, there's leveling and there's different guilds around, and you can do. They even showed like a raid system, kind of like in Destiny,
there was like a fort.
Where like a skull-shaped cloud with like green glowing eyes would show, and everyone around can be like, oh, let's go.
That's like, so everyone goes.
You and other teams are going, and you can battle each other, you can work together, and like kind of split the loot.
You probably have to work together, and you betray each other at the end, or...
It
just sounds fun.
Yeah,
it just sounds like a ton of fun.
It sounds like a lot
something
of fun.
You could jump into for a couple hours.
What I'm excited about, which we kind of talked about last podcast or a few podcasts ago, I think this is going to become a big game on Twitch because it seems like something a streamer could do with his viewers and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Which is like that kind of what you need for that. So where like with Rocket League and PUBG and H1Z1, I think that could push this game a lot and hopefully get it the attention it deserves.
It's not getting any...
No.
And all I do is give Xbox shit for not having exclusives.
Yeah.
You know? If this game turns out to be as good as it looks...
It just looks goofy, but maybe it'll be a blast.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't mind. I kind of like
a lot of people don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind it either.
Like, Rare is known for that. I mean, they made they made Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
They're kind of known for that fun, bright style, and sometimes that's a nice break from Dark Souls.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? Bloodborne, where everything's all bleeding. And
Witcher. And it's just, Horizon even, which is beautiful, but it's very realistic. And very, it's just kind of fun to have this game that, like, doesn't require me to level up and acquire this and beat that. Like, it's just sort of this like fun thing. You get to just sail around on a ship and it's kind of goofy and lighthearted and I really like the look of it. I like the design that they have for gameplay and for progression.
Do you know?
I might get it. I don't know if I'll get it right off the bat.
Is this going to be like a full release, like a $60 game?
I don't know. I don't know shit about this game. They haven't. I know it's coming out in March. It's like March 27th.
Really?
Yeah, March. Wow. So if you can believe it, at the Game of the Year Awards, they announced the launch date.
For Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't remember that, huh?
No.
It was just a commercial.
No, I don't remember that at all.
I'm like, oh, cool, here's Sea of Thieves.
Date.
And it went Sea of Thieves, and the little date came up below.
Really?
I'm like, you guys are doing a horrible job of getting this game sold.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea.
They should have made a thing out of it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They should have had
craziness.
People come out just like pirates and shoot each other.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
A whole thing.
Should have.
A whole thing.
So I couldn't believe that.
Huh. I had no idea.
No, neither did
I. And I mean, just we talked about earlier, Far Cry was another game I was looking forward to. I have no idea when that comes out. You said March.
I think it's Q1. It's Q1.
Okay, cool.
there were some other like announcements. Just to we're good. There was Dark Souls. Original Dark Souls is getting a remaster for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and it's coming out on Switch,
which is crazy.
Which is awesome.
Which is crazy. My question is, on Switch, how much better is it going to be than it was on 360? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's about that.
Yeah, just getting it again.
Well,
for Switch it's different, but I mean, like, for the
Switch is, for me, the reason you'd buy a game that you've played before is that you can play it on an airplane.
Right. Yeah, which is crazy.
I mean, there might be a time where I'll spend $4.99 or $9.99 on Skyrim on Switch if I own
Dude,
Switch.
who you telling? I look at it every day in my Steam library and have to talk myself out of buying it.
Well,
I have no idea why.
See, that's different because that won't offer you anything you haven't already seen. Well, mods.
I know.
Mods. Never mind. Mods.
I know.
Mods do offer a whole new take on that game.
I probably wouldn't mod it.
Oh.
I don't
really?
Why do I want Thomas the Train as a dragon? You know what I mean? I
Those
know
are
you
goofy
like
mods.
graphical mods and stuff like that.
There are really cool modifications. Yes,
Yeah.
there are some graphical and like the way that the quest starts and stuff like that. Like you don't have to play through that whole intro, and there's like a thing you can make up your whole background and like.
Really?
Yeah, it's
oh, that's cool.
Really cool stuff.
Really
yeah,
cool.
There's the goofy ones are fun, but I don't care about those.
Yeah.
I mean, when I mod it, I just mod the fuck out of the visuals.
You don't make all the dragons Macho Man Randy Savage?
No, not my.
I thought you were a Macho Man fan.
Yeah, it's me. It's whatever. That's my rap.
They call you Ian Macho Man Williams.
So I don't. Would you play Dark Souls remastered on a console?
Totally.
or PC? Yeah.
So Dark Souls 1 I never beat. I never beat, and I obviously never played Demon Souls because I'm not 90, Jeff. So in Dark Souls 1 I didn't beat. Dark Souls 2 I beat and loved. Dark Souls 3 I beat and loved. I beat Dark Souls 2 like 3 times actually. New Game Plus.
Nice.
I would love to replay Dark Souls 1.
It's really good. Dark Souls. I probably made outside of Bloodborne. I made the most progress in Dark Souls that compared to 2 or 3.
So 2, when I beat 2, was because of what was it called? Origin of the Divinity Sin or whatever. That special edition for 2 that came out. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was when
Scholars of the First Sin.
Scholars. I'm sorry. Where the fuck I got any of those other words? I have no
Divinity
idea.
is the
Origin of the
RPG.
Divinity Sin. But yeah, that was when I beat 2. Was on that remaster. So I think this will give me a chance to go back and beat 1, which I can't wait for, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy excited. Do you know when that's coming up?
I don't. I think it's like gonna be probably like May. I think it's May something.
So what I'm excited for, so our mutual friend Jeff is like a crazy Dark Souls guy. And he knows everything about it. Been playing him forever. When he played Scholar of the First Sin, he talked about how he was really surprised because they changed it. When you start to memorize where the boss spawns are and the mob spawns and everything and the loot spawns, it's all different now. So it's not playing a new game, but they'll probably do that and it'll kind of catch people off guard, which I think will add a nice little.
The first Dark Souls just has a lot of like the most memorable moments.
Totally.
Just parts of it. You're like, oh man.
Even just the beginning is like, because it's a lot of people's first exposure to a Dark Souls game. At least mine and a lot of people I know, and it's crazy. Like, why am I dying a lot?
Yeah.
And what I have to go find my souls again?
Right.
Why is that? What?
And to think how much that's been copied and mangled and reused now, it's crazy how big those games became and how important they are.
Do you? And you're a guy who technically hasn't beaten a Souls game,
right?
Technically,
right.
You have beaten a From Software game, which is still a feat of its own. Do you think you'll pick it up?
Yeah, I might. It depends on the cost.
That's what I was going to ask.
And what I'm playing at the time. It's something that I'm probably going to buy in 2019 for $15 when I have nothing going on. I'm going to jump in and try it out.
That's fair.
Will I beat it? I don't know.
One can only dream.
I got really far. I've gotten further in that game, like I said, than any other one.
Really?
I got real far. I got past I got to the end of the whole fire castle thing, which is about 60% of the way through the game or so ish. And I watched one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest Let's Play series ever is one being a former now, 2 Game Informer employees playing through all of Dark Souls. It's one of the most entertaining 30-ish hours I've ever spent. Ever. Dan Tack is a writer at Game Informer. He is a Souls expert.
Really?
He is a lot like Jeff.
Yeah.
Both Souls expert and also
that's his thing.
Dry as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
overly literal.
Okay.
And totally willing to point out all the flaws in the person that's playing.
All sounds good to me.
And I love him.
Yeah.
I love Daniel.
Yeah.
And then the other guy is Tim Turry, who has since left Game Informer to go work for Capcom.
Oh, okay.
On their PR side. But he was playing Dark Souls, and he was like me. Someone who's always loved them, bought them all, could never beat one because he just wouldn't stick with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they play through the whole game, and their commentary, and Daniel just making fun of Tim the whole time.
Really?
Is one of the single best. Like I said, it's the best thing ever.
And you watched it all the way through?
All the way through. Alyssa and I, too. Couldn't wait.
Dude.
It was like watching on Netflix.
Really?
Just next one.
Oh, my God.
They were so
that is awesome.
good. And so it's like... so I have this weird mix of memories of Dark Souls, both playing and watching that Let's Play series, that I'm kind of excited to see it again. Because I think it's probably it might be the best one.
Yeah,
of the three.
Sure.
Of the three Dark Souls. But that, again, I can't really talk about that because I've only ever played them all apart.
Yeah, I would have to beat it to really be able to say.
Just all the different regions. They're just so, like...
Yeah.
I just can remember all of that game incredibly distinctly.
Yeah.
And, like, each piece and where it fell. The invisible snowflake bridge. And, like... did you get that far?
Not that I remember. It was
There's
a long
a part
time
where
ago.
you see that where you have to go, and there's nothing in front of you. It's just a chasm. And there's no way across. And it's part of you have to figure it out to get past the game. And there's snowflakes coming down,
And they stop.
And there's a single part where they land.
Oh my God!
And you have to
I love it.
Follow this twirling, twisting
it's not like
trail,
a straight bridge.
and you're like, okay, where are they now? Oh no! I fell off again. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God!
So much great memories of that game. So I love their remastering. They're also remastering Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah.
Which I'm pumped about. Because I played about 10 hours of that game.
When did that come out?
So they fucked up. This was at the peak of how bad Ubisoft was treating their most important franchise.
Yeah.
This was the worst time in AC history. It came out the same day that Unity came out, but only for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Oh.
And it was like, what? Why? I mean, don't you know that Assassin's Creed fans are going to want to play this one too, you idiots? And it only came out for the 360 and PS3.
What?
Ubisoft really screwed the franchise for a minute. I mean, I still love it, but that was the moment where people were falling off in record numbers.
Did you play Rogue?
You bought it for me for my birthday.
I did buy it for you. You're right. You're totally right.
And I played it right after you got it for me. Probably 10, 12 hours of it. And then some huge game came out, like Dragon Age Inquisition or something like that.
It was a while ago, dude.
And I never got back to it because it was just like Black Flag, which is good, but I had just played Black Flag,
right.
And it's the same game technically. But now it's been a good amount of time, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to play it. It comes out in March. I don't know what the story is. But I love the idea that you become a Templar and you're hunting down assassins.
Shit.
And I've heard the story was really good. There's all these Assassin's Creed fans who've never played it because they just squandered it.
Just such a weird spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's coming out in March. And I'm fucking definitely playing that Xbox.
Let's go. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm in. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so it's gonna and I'm ready for that Black Flag kind of thing again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The open world with the ships and upgrading your ship and upgrading your guns.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool.
Shanties.
Oh yeah, definitely shanties. Your main character's Irish. He's like hard to understand.
Oh god.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It's really cool. And then like the last kind of news topic, because we're already over our hour.
Oh yeah.
The last kind of news topic was a really surprising announcement by Creative Assembly for the next historical Total War that I just didn't see coming. We knew they told us they were making. Because Total War gets confusing, especially if you haven't been playing it for a long time.
Yeah, it does.
They're making it confusing right now. This is kind of the first time for everyone that this is the way they're doing things now. Warhammer really threw a wrench into like the way that they make these games. Not in a bad way. It's just different now. They made Warhammer. It was a smash success. It sold a lot of copies. But they also there was nothing historical out, and they have a huge fan base of people who like don't even really play games. They just play historical Total Wars.
Oh.
Because they're like history nerds.
Yeah.
And they just play that. And
That's cool.
They don't care about fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
It's
right?
fair, yeah.
But they were just totally left out in the cold for a long time. They're nothing. And so what they did is the Total War games are so big now, and they sell so well now. They've become so popular. They're splitting. They hired a ton of a huge, like a whole other studio's worth of people, and they started making these different tiers of Total War games to keep people happy. So they're making campaign DLC add-ons. They're $15, and they're part of a game. So like the last one, the Empire Divided, was for Rome 2 Total War.
Mm-hmm.
That was you had to own Rome 2 in order to get Empire Divided. It's a expansion pack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're making little things like that. Then there's the second tier of Total War games. You'll see those. So like when Shogun 2 came out, they had Fall of the Samurai. You can buy Fall of the Samurai when it releases. It's like half price. It's $30 or $40. And you do not need to own Shogun 2 to play it.
Oh,
it's a standalone, but it's built off of all the same. It looks the same.
Yeah.
But it's a whole new. Fall of the Samurai takes place way later when Western civilization was being like introduced after Japan was like isolation. Have you seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
Yeah. I actually have.
That is actually semi-accurate.
Okay.
Believe it or not. And it's that whole. It's like so there's guns and there's like Western uniforms and cannons. So it's different from the Shogun one, which is just samurais, but it's built on the same game, right? But you can buy them separately. You can play them. You don't even ever have to play Shogun 2 to play it. Mm-hmm. So those are like standalone games. You call them standalones. And then you have the base games, the sequels: Total War Rome, Total War Rome 2. Total War Warhammer, Total War Empire, like the games that take 5 years to make. The biggest, they're all new systems, new AI, new everything. They're the next bridge, right? So so you have all these different tiers, and it gets confusing now because they have multiple teams working on all of these at the same time. So it's just like, whoa, there's like a bunch going on.
Yeah.
So this year is all history. So they're making another standalone based on Attila Total War as far as the way it's going to look, control, play, all of that, called Thrones of Britannia, which is coming out at some point this year. And it's about the Vikings versus the Saxons for control of England in like the 800s. But that's not that's not like the, you know what I mean? Like that's not a major sequel. They're using assets already in another Total War game.
Yeah. And
then now
they're kind of
it's crazy
all over the board.
Now they're making Three Kingdoms, which is a whole new game, no other assets, brand new everything, brand new. It's all a whole game. It's going to be multiple factions. It's not based on anything they've ever done before, which is about really early. It's like 200 A.D. China. Yeah, and like when a long-lasting dynasty called the Han Dynasty fell apart, China broke into 3 fractions into like a giant civil war, and it looks really stylized and like fun, and then the trailer dropped, and it's announced for this year, which is unbelievable. I did not think it was.
You guys were freaking out. You and Kevin were like crazy excited.
Well, they haven't done a lot. Shogun is the only like Asian. There's just so much world history that you could do with the Total War formula.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot. They've done Rome and they've done the colony era and they've done all kinds of stuff. But they've never done China. And China's just so perfect for it. Mm-hmm. I think maybe they were worried that they couldn't get like the different factions, maybe like separate, make them feel different. You have the Romans and then you've got like the barbarians from Germanic tribes. Yeah. They look different completely. They play differently. You've got the Huns and stuff. So I think they were worried that like all of the armies were pretty much the same. So obviously they're not. They're going to figure out a way to make them different and make them all balanced. But it's just a cool time period. It's just a really cool. A lot of the era, like the most popular Chinese kung fu movies, the ones with like Xiao Yun Fat. Like think about Hidden Tiger, what is it?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden.
Crouching, yeah. Like that era of China is so like steeped in mysticism and legend, and it's hard to look at texts from those times and tell what parts were based on history and what parts are like fantasy.
So, not to interrupt you, but that's really what it reminded me of. Just, I don't know obviously much as far as about the historical era, but like when we were watching the trailer and it kind of panned out, and there were those crazy, vibrant, bright like rose petals.
Yes.
And that's what it made me think.
So they're kind of like going to use the stylistic views to feel nostalgia for people who have seen movies like that. Mm-hmm. But that's what it's going to be based on. But it's going to be based in an actual historical time period. So they're going to kind of combine, I think. There will be some inaccurate things in there to kind of play up that style, which is fine with me. But you're also... I'm going to learn a bunch about Chinese history. I don't know very much about Chinese history.
That's awesome, dude.
So, and it's coming out fall of this year, which is just insane. They just released Warhammer 1 in 2016, Warhammer 2 in 2017. They had Thrones of Britannia for this year, and now they have 3 Kingdoms. They're just they're just firing them
That's
up.
the way to do it, man.
As long as it releases and it's not a buggy fucking mess, which they've done in the past, that would be a problem.
Right.
Anyway, I just wanted to just briefly talk on that. There's a lot to do today.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got through a lot, man.
Hour 14.
Jesus.
Hopefully very soon I will be playing... PUBG and ESO with you guys.
Yeah.
Probably at some point this week, because all I got to do is hit 50. I might even be able to do it today.
50. We'll get the Ian impression cast afterward.
And if you have time, you should play some Dead Space.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm warmed up. I'm sick, but I'm ready. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, you can cough and play Dead Space.
I can cough
and... can't hear you.
Thank God. I was worried.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I guess we'll catch you next Tuesday.
Later.